Let me tell you about a decade-long nightmare that started with what seemed like an innocent college romance. I met Jake in my sophomore year during a campus fundraiser. He was charming, funny, and had this infectious smile that could light up a room. We clicked instantly, and within weeks we were inseparable. The first few months were like a fairy tale. He'd surprise me with coffee before my morning classes, leave sweet notes in my textbooks, and always knew how to make me laugh. But looking back now, I can see the red flags I chose to ignore. The constant need to know where I was, the subtle controlling behavior, the way he'd get overly jealous when I spent time with my friends. Then came that fateful night in our senior year. I was supposed to be visiting my parents, but I came back early to surprise him. Well, surprise turned into shock when I found him in our apartment with another girl. The worst part, she had no idea about me either. He'd been living a double life for months. When I confronted him, instead of apologizing, he tried to blame me, said I was never there enough, that I was too focused on my studies. I ended it right there. But that was just the beginning of my nightmare. For the next 10 years, yes, 10 whole years, he became a shadow I couldn't shake. He'd show up at my workplace, send hundreds of emails from different addresses, and somehow always knew where I lived even when I moved. He'd send gifts on my birthday, Christmas, and our anniversary, dates I desperately wanted to forget. I tried everything. Restraining orders, changing my phone number, moving cities, even switching jobs. But he always found a way. The police could only do so much because he was careful to stay just within legal boundaries. It was like psychological warfare. The stalking affected every aspect of my life. Dating, impossible. Who wants to deal with a crazy ex sending threatening messages? Making new friends became difficult because I was always paranoid about who might be feeding him information. I developed anxiety, started looking over my shoulder everywhere I went. Then just last year, as suddenly as it had started, it stopped. Through mutual friends, I learned he'd finally found someone new. While I felt immediate relief, my heart also sank for this woman. Does she know what he's capable of? Will she end up living the same nightmare I did? I still sometimes catch myself checking for his car in my rearview mirror, or hesitating before opening my email. 10 years of stalking leaves scars that don't heal quickly, but I'm finally starting to breathe again, to live without fear. If you're going through something similar, please know you're not alone, and don't be afraid to seek help. Sometimes the charming prince turns out to be your worst nightmare, but your story doesn't have to end there. And to his new girlfriend, whoever you are, I pray you're safe. I hope he's changed, but please keep your eyes open. Some people wear their red flags like medals, and I learned that lesson the hard way.